I will be presenting Walt Disney. So he was born in Chicago, Illinois on December 5th, 1901. Starting from a young age, he always had an interest in drawing. In 1920, he created his first original cartoons. He left for Hollywood in 1923 with nothing but a few drawing materials and $40. He and his brother Roy pooled their resources and constructed the camera in their uncle's garage. This is how the Disney company started. Walt created Mickey Mouse in 1928, and Mickey made his first debut in Steamboat Willie. And this was the first fully synchronized sound film. Along with making that, he also made Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which was the first full-length musical feature, which was an animated one. He also created films like Pinocchio, Dumbo, and other ones like that. The Disney company released 81 films in Walt's lifetime. Walt created theme parks, so he opened Disneyland in 1955 and then died in 1966 during the construction of Disney World. So of his many accomplishments, two of the most impactful were creating the multiplane camera and the Disney parks. So in 1937, he creates the multiplane camera. This revolutionized cartoons at that time. One of the films to use this was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which got its own custom award. So from 1940 to 1989, every single film used this, including Pinocchio and Bambi and all sorts of films. The last film to use this camera was The Little Mermaid in 1989. From 1990 to 2006, they start using CAPS, which is the computer animation production system. A big example of this is Toy Story, which is the first ever full-length computer animated film. This was used until shortly after Disney and Pixar merged. From 2005 to the present, they start using CGI. One of the first ones to use this was Chicken Little. They create a software called Toon Boom Harmony, which is used for films like Winnie the Pooh and The Princess of the Frog. And in 2009, they create Autodesk Maya, which is what they currently use. They make films like Monsters, Inc. and Elemental, etc. Another thing that Disney is also most known for is the Disney parks. In the late 1930s, Walt gets the idea to create a theme park, but he's not sure he can do it, so he puts it off for now. So then World War II happens, and then after that, he takes his two daughters to the Griffith Park Carousel and sits on a nearby bench, and there he dreams up all of Disneyland. In 1948, he writes a memo to his employees, which describes all the details that he came up with. For the next 7 years, all he could think about was the park. In 1954, they buy 160 acres of land in Orange County, California. They make the goal of completing the park within 1 year. Walt Disney opened Disneyland on July 17th, 1955. After that, in 1965, Walt got the idea to create another park. He wanted it bigger, so he bought 520 acres of land in Orange County, Florida, from 1966 through 1971. So Walt died in 1966, and the construction began 1 year later, and they gave themselves 5 years to build instead of just one because the opening day didn't go great. So on October 1st, 1971, Magic Kingdom opened in Disney World. And on October 1st, 1982, Disney World got an addition, which was Epcot. And then April 5th, 1983, which was the first park outside of the US, which was Tokyo Disneyland. May 1st, 1989 was the third park in Disney World. At the time it was called MGM Studios, but now it's called Hollywood Studios. April 12th, 1992 was when Disneyland Paris opened. April 22nd, 1998 is currently Disney World's fourth and final park, which was Animal Kingdom. February 8th, 2001 was when the original park, Disneyland, got its edition, which was California Adventure. So September 4th, 2001 was when the first edition outside the US the first park outside the US got an edition, which was Tokyo Disney Sea. March 16th, 2002 was when Paris got its edition, Walt Disney Studios Park. A new location opened on September 12th, 2005, which was Hong Kong Disneyland. Finally, on June 16th, 2016, the first country outside the US to have two park locations became China when they opened Shanghai Disneyland. 2016 to present, each park has entertained millions of people over several years. All the parks have a combined average of 119,011,000 visitors per year. Walt Disney's impact has left a mark on history through his innovation in technology and entertainment that has lasted 60 years since his death and will continue for many happy generations to come.